So the first international fan reaction of the season is out here on Always Wolves Fan TV. Leeds 2, Wolves 1. The match day vlog will be out later, and Extra Time Live, if you want to get involved with that, will be this evening as I record this on the Sunday. Without any further ado, let's go around.
Hey Dave, Wolfman Jeff here on the porch in Tennessee at the new house. Going to be doing some painting here, getting close for the full move in. Not enough. That's my summary of today's match. We just were not enough. Key parts of it obviously is players, and then not only hardly any signings at all, which I hope those signings do come in. But we had some key injuries going in, so our small side got even smaller. And we had some moments, and so it wasn't all dreadful, but it just wasn't enough. We were not enough. Surprisingly poor performance from Saw, at least on parts, and then he had some great saves. But he, so I don't think he's back 100%. Ryan ain't hurry. Shocker. So, the ones that I was concerned about weren't the ones that played poor, as those that we really depend on, especially on the defensive end or our wingbacks. Just didn't quite have what we expect them to. I think Matinho not there, that impact was felt through the whole pitch. And Dendonka is no substitute for Matinho. Having said that, there's still some things to be hopeful for. Morgan Gibbs wide, hopefully he stays. Going to the 4 at back rather than the 3. Hopefully that stays. And we're going to see what happens. Podence got on the what a bizarre score. I mean, it was like I'm not sure what you call that. Was it like a side bicycle? Was it like a unicycle? I don't know what you call that. So yeah, it went from flashes of at the beginning of the first half, and then a little bit at the beginning of the second half. We looked like we were in control, but then Leeds found its footing, and we just let them do what they wanted. If it had been any other team, there's not any other team. If it had been a team that really had their act together more than Leeds, the scoreline would have been much higher. So, not enough, man. This is Wolfman Jeff on the porch, Chattanooga, Tennessee.
Hi everyone, it's Elsa from Parma here for the very first game of the season. Balanced match despite the result, and I can't deny my disappointment about the transfer window. I really hoped for a couple of good midfielders, or at least just one. I won't get tired of saying it, we really need new players, because at this point, after years, every team on Premier League knows how we play. How Wolves players communicate to each other, the techniques, tactics, so it's not that harder to beat us as we could see today. We really need something and someone new. Players got tired today, and we literally had nobody to bring off the bench. And it's a matter of fact, we need especially midfielders, I think. About the man of the match, I'd probably say Neto. I think he's in a really good shape, and he really tried to fix things, let's say. And so head on to the next one at home against Fulham. Let's hope for a good performance, and of course for the 3 points. So see you all there. Bye.
This is Chris from Eidsvoll in Norway, but actually today from Uruguay Costa in Spain. I've just watched the opening day 2-1 defeat to Leeds. I'm not going to say that much about the game, because it probably panned out how a lot of us thought it was going to pan out. And what I mean by that is the fact that, we've got a quite decent first starting 11. And we'll give most teams a game. But of course, if we're going to get tired, it's first day of the season. It's away at Elland Road. And that's how it tends to pan out. We're absolutely nothing to bring off the bench. We suspected recruitment would not be as good as we wanted this summer, But, you know, we thought that even the Scott Sellers and Jeff Shee would see that, you know, the club and the team needed a major overhaul in the summer. And we found one player, let other players go. We're a team that has now lost 10 out of the last 15 games. Is considerably weaker than it was last season. This is entirely on Scott Sellers, Jeff Shee and Fossen. We've been in the best position for 40 years and they seem to be intent on ruining it. Now, they've got, 3 weeks to save the season. With what we have now, unfortunately, and it is unfortunate because we've got some good players and some of the football's nice to watch, but if we don't recruit sufficiently the next 3 weeks, relegation is a certainty. That's all I want to say.
Hello Wolves fans, this is Dinny here in Cork in Ireland, and you wait so long over the summer and we're waiting for transfers, then the day kicks off and it ends in disappointment and it kind of ruins the weekend. I think Leeds had the better of the first half on balance. Wolves had the better of the stats, so the possession, the shots on target, etc. And over the whole game, I think they also had the better of all the stats, but there's only one stat that matters, and that's the 2-1 to Leeds. The second half, I felt Wolves were much better. At the end of the first half, I thought Morgan Gibbs-White, Podence, Hwang, Dendoncker, even Jose Sa, everybody seemed to be just having an off day. And then in the second half, they all made amends, I suppose. I thought Wolves played far better in the second half. But the thing that was glaringly obvious, and it's not like this hasn't been a problem for the last 3 years, but a target man, someone that can hold the ball up, i.e. Jimenez, but I don't know how they haven't fixed that problem, because they already had a whole year without Jimenez, and they saw how valuable a fit and active and firing Jimenez is, how they haven't fixed that problem a long time ago. But look, positives for me, I will give Neto my man of the match. I'm going to give the match overall a 6 out of 10. And I'm really, really looking forward to seeing Ryan Nouri and Neto tune into each other's wavelengths and form a really good partnership. I see that in the future. A little bit more investment from Wolves. I think it's sticking out now. It's really, really obvious. Fosun and Jeff Shee, they really need to pull their hands out of their pockets, maybe put their hands into their pockets and pull out some cash and get that going. So look, that's Dinny. Peace everybody, much love, and talk to you.
Hello everyone, Brighton, Thailand. We're back with a new season. It's a bit gloomy down here as we're in the midst of the rainy season. Probably doom and gloom with the result yesterday. Started off well, first 10 minutes I thought, well, we're in the game. Podence got a goal from a cross through, Neves passed to Neto, chipped it in, Hwang down, Podence in. Thought, oh, that's not too bad. But then after, we lost our way because Leeds kept on pouring forward. Thought the referee was a bit iffy. He gave Leeds a lot of decisions, but they got back on level terms through an error by Ryan Nouri, and also you could say the keeper, Jose Sa, was at fault, but went in. We had a chance, didn't we? Leander Dendoncker brought a save out, and also Hwang had a shot save. Second half, we came out, and 25 minutes, I thought we was miles the better side. Leander Dendoncker tipped over, but they got their goal through an own goal by Ryan Nouri, and he didn't have a good game. My man of the match, Neves, performance about a 7. Long way to go. Look at the bench. Need incomings. Get your finger out, Fosun. See you next week. Bye.
Hey Dave, David New York Wolves here. On the way back after the Leeds defeat. We're in typical New York traffic, as you can see. Like the show. Well, I think that was a perfect summary of where we all know we're at as a team. You know, I think the starting lineup was pretty exciting. I think they played well for portions of the game. You know, if you would reintroduce Raul, Moutinho, you know, that's a decent starting lineup that'll get us some results. But the bench, you know, other than shoring up the defence to hold on to a lead, I don't really see any impact players there that can really change the game. I guess you could argue if Traore sticks around, he can be that impact sub. But that's it. And I think that's, at the moment, going to really cost us this season. You know, it was, what, 75 minutes until he brought on Campbell. And that was probably just because of tiredness. So I think there were some decent performances. I think Gibbs-White had a good game. Hwang played well. Podence had his moments. You know, Neves was a reliable central midfielder again. Sa, I think, had a little bit of a mare. I think he could have done better on their first goal, and then there was that time where he almost dribbled it into his own net. But then he pulled off a brilliant save as well, so maybe he redeemed himself. I do think maybe there's some teething issues with the back four. You know, their first goal came from Aït-Nouri messing about with it at the back, and maybe that's a symptom of being used to having five and that extra man there. That they'll need to work through, but that's okay. I mean, you can accept that. It's a new system that they need to work through. So mostly, you know, decent performance, good goal. Could and should have had some more. Wouldn't have been upset with a draw, but you know, it's going to be an interesting season, and I hope Fosun were watching, and maybe, you know, losing on the first day for the first time since we came back up will turn out to be a blessing in disguise. Because it will show Fosun need to go out and get Bruno some extra players to give him some more options. So anyway, on to Fulham next, and hopefully get our first 3 points of the season at a rocking Molineux. Talk to you soon.
Thanks to the guys and gals for their thought and reaction to the game. Do you agree? Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Please smash a like. If you're brand new, please consider subscribing. As I say, the match vlog's coming out very, very shortly, so look for that. And the Extra Time Live will be later on this evening on the Sunday. And if you want to get involved with the international fan reaction, drop us a comment or get in touch with Always Wolves on any of our socials. Until then, I'm Dazzling Dave, Always Wolves.